Welcome back to my channel, Inspired by Nature. Today I'm starting a new series called I Bought a Bunch of Beans, Now What? And I figured just people have been loading up on products they don't normally use because they're shelf stable, so beans are one that I know have been really popular lately. And as a vegan, I have a lot of recipes with different beans. So today I'm going to focus on the garbanzo bean, which is also known as the chickpea. I think the garbanzo is the Spanish term and chickpea is the English one. So this is part one. I'm definitely going to do a part two at least with black beans because I think those have been flying off the shelves as well. And if there's enough interest, then I'll do one on lentils and then possibly refried beans as well. So if that interests you, please comment below, let me know. I have a ton of recipes. And today I'm going to do two simple chickpea ones. The first is a hummus recipe, really healthy, easy. It's nice to have if you're working at home or in class, taking classes online, and just have it next to you. Dip chips in it, dip veggies in it. It's light, it's healthy, it's fresh. The second one is kind of like a play on tuna salad, untuna salad, that you can use as a sandwich, and I give you some other ideas. Cut off there. If you like these types of videos, please sign up for notifications if you haven't already, or if you haven't subscribed. I'd love to have you. I've done a few plant-based recipes already, and I'll definitely be doing more as I just shared. So let's get right into it. Today we're going to be exploring recipes with garbanzo beans, aka chickpeas. So the first recipe is really simple, just a basic hummus recipe. It's awesome because you can make it your own as far as like what you want to put in it, what flavor you want to make it, and then it helps reduce waste in the stores because you're not getting a plastic bin unnecessarily. So I have some chickpeas that I had on hand already, but it wasn't enough to make a full batch. I usually do like one can of chickpeas. So this is a little bit less than that. So I have that I'm going to put in, and then I'm going to add a little bit of this. And then the secret ingredient is actually in here too. It's not the chickpeas. So we'll get to that in a second. I'm going to start with that. The other ingredients are lemon. I'm going to do a garlic flavored hummus. So I chopped up one clove. I have a second one in case I want it more garlicky. I love garlic. Salt and pepper, and then I might put in some of the chili powder just to give it a little extra kick. If you're making it for kids, then definitely would leave out any extra spices unless your kid happens to like those. And then another option is olive oil. This is a garlic flavored one, so I might put in a little bit, but I like to try and make it oil free, and this one is tahini free as well, as far as also nut free, and then I believe it's gluten free too, and vegan of course. So I'm going to get started with the chickpeas. Just going to pour those in. Boom, boom, boom. Right there into the blender. And those are already rinsed. This I'm going to open up. I tend to like the ones from the carton better. I feel like they taste better. Environmentally, I'm not sure if the can is actually better because I think this is lined. But yeah, I haven't tried this brand before. I usually just get the Whole Foods brand or whatever organic brand is available. That really makes a difference, not only for this recipe but for other recipes, is the juice in the garbanzo beans. And it might sound disgusting, here comes my cat, but it is actually a key ingredient. It's called aquafaba if you're not familiar with it, and it can be an egg replacer in different vegan baking, and then it also helps make this smooth and creamy if you don't want to use oil or tahini. So we're going to actually drain this but save the aquafaba to add in a couple tablespoons in a bit, and then I'm going to save the rest for another cooking project I have going on. I'm going to try peanut butter cookies for the first time. If it turns out good, then you guys will probably see the recipe. If it doesn't, I'm going to keep playing with it. But I have used aquafaba and like savory things before as a egg white replacement. This is my first time attempting to do it with a sweet one when I do the cookies. But for now, I'm going to get this going for the hummus. So this, I'm going to put this here, drain that right into there. Got that aquafaba saved. Once again, I know it's not the most appetizing looking, but it is a key ingredient. Save it. Don't throw it away. No waste. You can use almost anything from any produce, any bean, like most things you can use. Like you don't have to throw away the broccoli stalks. You can use those, chop them up, cook them a different way. There's always ways to use the whole product, the whole food. I'm gonna rinse these. Now that I have my Berkey, I can rinse it with my Berkey water. I'm still loving this. If you guys haven't seen my Berkey video, I recommend checking it out. It is an amazing water filter. Been very, very happy with it. And yeah, I don't have to count on tap water with all the junk in there. Okay, that's good and rinsed. I'm gonna let this drain on my bamboo paper towel. Those are reusable, you can wash them. Might do another video about that. So I've got that going. Next step is lemon juice. I have a little bit leftover lemon from before. Squeeze that in. I just have to watch out for the seeds. I usually just let them go in and then pull them out. If you have a lemon squeezer, obviously that's a lot better. Okay, so got the seeds out. Next step is to put in the garlic. I already chopped 1 clove. I'm gonna see if that's gonna be enough. And I like to kind of do things in layers since I don't have a high-speed blender, so I'll do like the chickpeas, some garlic, some salt, some pepper, some more chickpeas. So it kind of blends a little bit better. And of course the aquafaba is going to go in. Next I think I'm going to do the pepper. Spice to your liking. A little bit of salt here. I like Himalayan salt. And yeah, I'm going to do a spoon of this aquafaba. It's about not much. Help it blend. I think I'm going to do a little bit more. Help it blend in there. And now I'm going to add in a little bit more of the chickpeas. And get this going. So I just kept on blending it in, and look at how creamy it is. So this is with no oil, no tahini. I think I'm going to add in some more pepper and a little bit more of the aquafaba. Since I don't have a high-speed blender, I will just do a little bit, stop, stir it with the spoon, and then add in more ingredients, do a little taste test, and just keep working with it. If you've seen any of my other cooking videos, I don't ever do exact measurements. It's really just to taste. I think it's definitely garlicky enough. It might need a little bit more lemon juice and a little bit more aquafaba. Definitely gonna put more pepper and possibly put in the paprika. But I'm gonna just keep going. It's really simple. It doesn't take long, especially if you have a high-speed blender. So yeah, and then high in protein, high in fiber, zero waste, pretty much. Yeah, so I definitely recommend making your own hummus. It's a really easy, basic recipe to start with at home and to do with kids, so really anybody can do it. So mine is all blended up. I think it tastes just how I like it. I saved a little bit of the chickpeas on the side just to have for salads and to put on top of other things. But all in all, it ended up being at least a carton because I had the other can, about half of the other can, and then I'd say about 2/3 of this one. So getting at least 24 grams of protein, and then fiber is 21% of the daily value. So that's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's really, really good actually. So healthy, easy, tasty. I'm gonna do the final taste test with a cracker. Gotta always have a cracker or a veggie or something to dip in there. But I think it's pretty good. I just want it to be cold. Put it in the fridge for a little bit, but let's see. Good. Definitely better cold, but yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this and keep it in your fridge. I'd say last maybe a week. But yeah, cucumbers, carrots, crackers, chips, so many things you can do with hummus. I like to put in my sandwiches, and yeah, really easy. So I hope everyone gives it a try. Let me know what your favorite kind of hummus is. I did end up putting in the cumin because I thought that garlic actually was a really nice taste, garlic and lemon. But oil free again, tahini free. I have nothing against tahini, I just don't necessarily keep it on hand. I don't use it for that many things. But yeah, if you're in a pinch and you only have a few ingredients in your cabinet, then this is a really easy thing to do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.
This is what the final result looked like. I added some lemon zest and parsley flakes to the top just to make the presentation a little bit nicer. And when I brought it out of the fridge later, I did add a little bit of the garlic olive oil to give it some moisture, but totally optional. And this brand was new to me for the chickpeas, and I noticed that in half a cup of this brand, it was 8 grams of protein versus the brand that I usually use for the upcoming recipe, the one from Whole Foods. It was only 6 grams of protein per half cup. So I was curious about the nutritional profile and looked it up. And I was surprised to see 0 cholesterol in a cup of chickpeas, plus 140% daily value of fiber, I think 35 grams, I believe, and then 39 grams of protein in just 1 cup, and that's a complete protein, plus really high levels of the other minerals, so really good. This was the end result of the next recipe I'm going to show you, basically like an untuna sandwich, and the ingredients include soy sauce, mustard, relish, kelp, and then I actually had black pepper I add later too. So the first step is just get your chickpeas rinsed, ready to go. Pour them in the bowl. I took out a lot of the time that I was smashing them with a fork because there was a good 10 minutes. I kind of did it in between each round of adding an ingredient, so it takes some time. Soy sauce definitely gives it like that kind of like sea flavor, and yeah, and then you don't have to add salt usually if you do the soy sauce, so it makes it a little bit salty. Again, mash that up for a while, and then the next step is the mustard. I was kind of at the end here, so it took me a while to get it out, but it gives it that creaminess. I know some people like to use like a vegan mayo, but there's something about the mustard, like creaminess and a tang to it. So yeah, I think that's definitely an important step. I've experimented with different ingredients and I've always come back to adding that one back in. So again, smash, get it ready. And then the next ingredient I added is relish. I just love relish. Like when I used to eat like real tuna salad, whatever you want to call it, I would have relish in there. And I also pour the juice in too. That gives it some like moisture as well. So yeah, pour a lot in. If you don't like relish, then I'm not sure if you're gonna like this recipe because it's kind of a key ingredient. Again, smash, add in some pepper, give it a little bit of a kick. I like mine pretty peppery. Again, that's totally optional. I never add in salt though because the soy sauce. And then the next coming ingredient is going to be kelp. Kelp has a really high level of iodine, and it also is considered to be like a salt replacement too. I show you a picture of it, but it's hard to see. But yeah, really high level of iodine, which is good. And yeah, sprinkle that in and get it mixed up. That's optional as well. I've just been adding that recently, just for like nutritional value than anything. Gave it a taste, and it was good. This is what it ended up looking like. I left a couple chunks of the whole chickpeas in there, just gave it some texture. That day I ate it as a sandwich, but you can also just dip corn chips in it, put it on top of salads. It's really versatile. So I hope you guys really enjoyed these chickpea recipes and liked learning about aquafaba. Aquafaba literally means water of the beans, so bean water. And again, I know it doesn't sound so appealing, but really is a great hack to have for substituting egg whites and making things creamy. So I hope you guys give it a try. It's a cruelty-free alternative, and it's easy to do, and then you're not wasting the extra stuff that comes with it. You get to use the whole thing.
I hope you guys found these recipes helpful. If you have any recipes that you really like with garbanzo beans, please comment below. I'm always looking for new ones. Until next time, thanks for joining me, Inspired by Nature.